Mm. All right. Good morning, tribe, and welcome to the Donut Shop at the beginning of the world. I am your host, Dr. Mark Merriweather Vorderbruggen, broadcasting to you live from my backyard, Ravenscar. Hey, good morning, Surrender. How are you today? How are the doggies? I want a pup from your Dogzilla there. Hey, Alan, good morning. Kimberlyn, good morning. But yeah, I want a dog like you have, Surrender. Hey, Melanie. So a brief moment in time this morning, I suggested I was thinking just set up the camera and have it on a sign that says, talk amongst yourselves. I'm going back to bed. But here I am. Hey, good morning, S. Good morning, Kimberly. Good morning, Wolf. Donna, Jennifer. Sherry. Good morning, Sherry. All right. Yeah, it's looking to be, it's a very pretty sunrise. It's a little pink. Will it? Camera can't catch the colors, but it looks like it's gonna be nice. It's nice and cool. I'm like right on the edge of goosebumps. Kind of nice. Drinking my coffee. Wow. Okay, so we have more people now at the donut shop than we had last night at Merriweather's World. Oh, cool. S. Okay. So just throw this up there. Super excited because I got a call from the Kiddo Mounds wait list last night. So does that mean you're off the wait list and in the real class or what? Hey, good morning, Kathleen. Donna, gorgeous morning here too. 58 degrees. What is it here? I don't know. Here in Hugheswell Spring, it is. Whoa, cool. Sorry. So I don't know if you can see this, but there's a geomagnetic storm hitting the Earth right now. So if you're on the dark side of the planet, you're probably getting Aurora Borealis. But anyway, the more earthly weather is 70. Not bad, not bad. I'll take it. Hey, good morning, Denver. Hey, Julie. Hey, Christina. Hey, Jonathan. Hey, Yvonne. The group gathers, vibration level increasing. Good vibrations. Good vibration. I don't know. I had a cousin that just absolutely loved the Beach Boys, and that's all he'd ever listen to. Melanie. Well, you got a busy life, Melanie. You're doing all sorts of cool things. So, Melanie, I almost always get sidetracked and miss the evening show. But remember, you can watch it over on YouTube. Oh, cool, Kimberlyn. You were taking notes on it. Hopefully, there'll be some benefit of it. I'm assuming, Kathleen, you are laughing at my singing. Understandable. I don't sing very well, as you all probably have heard. Oh, cool, Julie. You liked it? All right. Ah, cool, S. So, yes, I have to confirm with when they open this morning, but that means I will be in it. Cool, cool, cool. Hey, Laura. You're back in Texas, and you are back in Texas when the weather has turned beautiful. Good timing. Yeah, are the Northern Lights called that down like in Australia? I guess they probably call them the Southern Lights or Aurora Borealis or something, or maybe the North is just so overwhelmingly culturally dominant that they call them the Northern Lights too. I don't know. That's an interesting thing. Oh, what app is showing the storm? It is Space Weather. Space Weather Live. Ooh, it's actually dropped off since yesterday, but if you can see that. Focus, Space Weather Live, and it gives all sorts of cool stuff. One thing, it shows a live map of where there may be aurora borealis. My mom really likes seeing the northern lights. And so when I get an alert that they might be visible for her, because you can kind of do that, and then I'll call her and say, "Hey, Mom, go look outside." Hey, Yvonne. I love it when people sing, even when they aren't pros. Pure joy. This is true. When I'm singing, it's well, it depends on which song I'm singing. Many Weather will confirm that when I'm singing "Let the Bodies Hit the Floor," it's probably not a good time. Oh, wow, Tina. Tina says, yes, best show ever. I was so wound up, I couldn't go to sleep. Worked in my favor, got my homework done in the middle of the night. Cool. I'm happy to feed your insomnia, I guess. But yeah, it's all about time travel. Okay, Melanie. It's Friday, Friday, Friday. It's a very special Friday here at the Weather Hold with Minnie Weather undergoing her Catholic confirmation. She will now be an adult in the eyes of the church. And it's a huge sacrament. Oh, Polly. So Yvonne says, I was at work last night. What was the show about? So last night I did how to be a successful, or how to have a successful STEM career, science, technology, engineering, mathematics, in the commercial world in a way that allows you also to follow your passions. So it was kind of secret tips that I had picked up over, 20 some years of doing this. Oops, where was... Okay, I saw that. Okay, so Surrender saying, how about that dude who died from eating too much black licorice over the week and a half? I saw the headlines. I didn't read into the mechanism of his death. What in the licorice caused the problem. I feel for the guy because I absolutely love black licorice. I know the licorice has some different medicinal properties, and so I'm just wondering. I need to look up and see just how it killed him. Was it like so much that it ended up being toxic levels and destroyed his liver, or what? I don't know. Yep, Gracie, I went from a molecular biologist to computer programmer over the course of my career. Science is life. This is true. It's changing. You got to change with it. You got to develop new skills and, apply them. Oops. Donna, I need to make a foraging Texas notebook for notes. I write things on random pieces of paper that I grab when I hear something I want to remember. Need more organization. Hey, I got something for you. Hold on. And bear with me a minute. And I will say that it is not something I created, but probably will not surprise anyone. So there is such a job career as a forest therapy guide, which is a person who is trained in taking people with issues out into the woods and working with them and helping them find their place in the world by finding their place in the woods. There's a lot more to it than that. But anyway, here we go. Almost there. Almost there. So one of my cousins, Joan Vorderbruggen, up in Minnesota, is one of those. So, and she has a wild notebook. Oops. Come on. Well, you know what? Let me try one more time here. The oops, I keep pushing this down too. Okay, there we go. So if you go to Amazon and look up, come on, you. Now what is going on here? All right. Well, hopefully it went up. But if you go to Amazon, look up Joan Vorderbruggen and her Wild Calm Finding Mindfulness. What was it? Finding Mindfulness in Forest Bathing, a guided journal. So it's a journal. It mostly has empty spaces to write things, but it also has tips on how to observe and interact with nature in a healing manner. So check it out. Something to do. You can leave a review for her saying, "Yeah, your cousin sent me." That'd be funny. All right. Oh, here's a good question, and you're not going to like the answer. So, Jonathan, because you know about chemistry, and I'm wearing my foil hat, do you use toothpaste with fluoride? Yes, I do, because I'm lazy and I'm cheap, and so it's easiest just to find whatever the cheapest toothpaste is, at Walmart, and usually it has fluoride. The things to remember when you're brushing your teeth, you know how in the commercials they have this big long glob of toothpaste on your toothbrush. No, you just a little bit, like the size of a pea. If you've covered the length of your bristles, you have way too much toothpaste. Just a little bit, and then that will brush. So if you use the right amount, don't swallow, spit, rinse out well, I figure I'm safe. Ooh. Dana, going hiking in Denton today? Anything I should keep an eye out for? Definitely keep an eye out for mushrooms. With the rain we've had, there will be all sorts of mushrooms. If you're on Deadwood, look for the lion's mane. It looks like a hostess snowball stuck to the side of a dead tree. And then if you see some bright, kind of a reddish orange or yellow mushrooms growing out of the ground, it's a good chance those are chanterelles, which are also out around right now. But also keep in mind, you probably aren't allowed to harvest them unless you're on private property or in one of the national forests like the Sam Houston or the Davy Crockett, which in Denton, there are none that I know of. So keep looking. Oh, yeah. Thank you, Kathleen. Australia Borealis or something close to that. That's right. That's what they call the northern lights down in the south. Ooh, I posted a time travel article for you this morning from an undergrad student. All right, gotta check it out. Ooh, thank you, Laura. Last night's show would be a good application to everyday life, such as the list thing. Yeah. So one of the key takeaways from last night's show was the list, where if you have to solve a problem or make a product, you have 3 columns. You have, well, I'm going to do it this way. So the first column is what do I know? What do I know about the parameters of the product? What do I know about materials that could solve that problem, or chemicals, or equations or whatnot? So what do I know? What don't I know? Because that's the key thing. That's why you're a scientist. You got to figure that out. So what don't I know to create this product? And then finally is, how do I know what I don't know? In other words, how do I answer the questions of the middle column there? How do I find out move something from the middle column over to the first column of how do I know? Does that make sense? So I'm a huge list maker. It helps me stay on track and focused, and just there's something about, especially when you're faced with what appears to be an over daunting task. I like to write down all what I know about. Okay, what parts? Basically, it's a way of saying what parts are easy, what parts are pretty much already done, and that gives me a lot of mental boost to go. Okay, it's not as bad as I think it is, We can do this. Sometimes I use the royal we for me. Okay, do you drink tap water, bottled or filtered? Filtered. Yeah, so we do run through the Brita filter and take stuff out. I don't trust the the basic city water supply here in Spring. There's been enough boiled warnings and stuff like that I like to run the things through some carbon filters and stuff like that. I'm saving up for a reverse osmosis filter system. That would be nice. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff in our drinking water that they just can't get out. Oops. Here we go. Thank you, Julie. Okay. So glycerin, low potassium, heart arrhythmia. So, okay. So going back to the black licorice death, sounds like a heavy metal band. So there are some compounds in it that ended up depleting the body of potassium, which is important in a lot of things, especially like nerve cell communication. So it sounds like then he didn't have the right levels of potassium to keep the signals to his heart, that says beat, 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 working properly. So his heart went into afibrillation or all sorts of random beady type things, and then he died. Wow. That sucks. Oh, okay. And then surrender right above it. So that, okay. Wow. That sucks. It's probably a message in there. Okay. And then Colleen says, black licorice conflicts with some prescription meds. My dad was told not to eat it based on his meds. And so it sounds like if you are taking a med that could already cause issues with potassium level, thank you, Surrender and Julie, it might be the thing that's causing the issue. I know grapefruit is another one that does all sorts of stuff. April, I need a forest therapy guide. How much are you charging? Hey, I was just contacted by a lady who just got her certification down here in Texas, and is probably looking for clients. If you're serious, send me a note and I can make introductions. But I don't have the time. Now, like, I was out in the woods yesterday morning. It was nice out. The weather was nice. There were mushrooms. It was a beautiful day. And I was frantically shooting a bunch of video for a project. And so I couldn't actually relax and enjoy nature. Oh, okay, here we go. Nicole, also, I've looked into it, actually. The training was quite expensive, but I have contact info if anyone is interested. So, April, you can also reach out to Nicole, and she can give you a list of people. Oops, what's this? Tina, what was the other ground cover you recommended? And frog fruit will for sure grow in the shade. Husband is afraid it won't grow. Most likely will be what we plant though. So yeah, the frog fruit grows well in the sun. It might have a little bit of a slower growth in the shade, but it will grow in the shade too. Yep. Research is what I'm doing if I don't know what I'm doing. Hey, as long as you're reading it, writing it down as you're doing it, it's science. Otherwise, it's just goofing around. Ooh, here's a tough one from Sean. I love hearing your birds and just put up our first feeder. Any theories on how to keep our winged friends safe from domesticated cats? That is a huge problem because the domesticated cats are, the sharks of the underbrush. They are decimating the bird population. People talk about putting the bell on the cat. They've shown that cats with bells on them learn how to stalk in such a way that the bell does not ring. I mean, they are, in a lot of ways, cats are almost apex predators in that they are just absolute killing machines, and they will adjust their techniques to whatever problems are put up by their prey or by their surroundings. So honestly, the best way is to one, trap any stray cats in your neighborhood and bring them to the Humane Society. And then two, just try and educate your neighbors and the other people in your neighborhood about the problems caused by the stray cat or the cats going out in the day. And you can crouch it more on showing them how the lifespan of a cat that gets out, goes out every day and explores the wild, is generally much shorter than a cat that stays in the house all the time. And so, if you love your pet and you want it around for a long time, keep it indoors rather than, hey, your cat is killing my birds. Keep it indoors. So, you got to appeal to the other person's values. But try that. That's the best I have. But yeah, the cats and the birds, it's a battle that's been going on forever. This is interesting. They have these cat bibs in Australia that keep them from pouncing. Looks funny, but apparently works really well. That's interesting. I wonder how that works. I mean, I almost think like maybe a weighted sort of vest or something with shifty things, but then you're kind of being cruel to the cat too. So, I mean, when it's best just to keep it inside. Oh, okay. Leo is the most developed killer on this planet. They were only held out of the Americas by the wolf. Already trapped all the strays. Just a photo dropped this week. All the animals a cat kills in its lifespan. It's insane. Yeah. Like I said, the cats are ferocious. Oh boy. Yeah. In the cat's mind, he's killed you more than once. This is probably true. I will say, we used to have cats, and then they passed away, and then somehow Mini-Weather got allergic to cats, so we weren't able to replace the cats. I want cats again. I miss cats. My boss has a really nice cat. Well, yeah, it's nice in that it's a cat, but it was funny. Usually the cat is just kind of hiding out from all the family because they have a big family, and there's always neighborhood kids around and running around, and so the cat is just like, I have all the attention I need. I'm just going to sit up here on the top of the bookcase. But then a few times his family has gone off, and after like 2 or 3 days, the cat is like, will you please play with me? If I hop up on your lap and rub my head against you, will you pet me? Because I really need attention, because the throngs of loving munchkins are no longer around. And so then the cat and I bond. Whoops. Yeah, no more cats. Everyone needs goats. And I see a number of people agreeing with you there, Sean. I wonder if you could teach a goat to use a kitty litter box. Probably not. I'm sure a goat wouldn't do any more damage to the couch than the cats did. Yeah, that's one way of doing it. Just make sure your cats are really fat and overfed. So they have no desire to hunt. And of course, fixing them is really important. My neighbors have goats. My daughter has named them Thin Mint and Thick Mint, as one is quite overweight. Sounds like Laurel and Hardy. Ah, there we go. Wolf. My girlfriend wants goats, but I said not until we can build a goat barn. Anyone with goats have advice for him? I've heard, I don't know where I heard it. They said if a person claims they are bored, buy them a goat, and they will never have time to be bored again, because they'll be either chasing after the goat, fixing what the goat destroyed, everything like that. So yeah, bored people need goats. Yeah, and Darlene brings up a good point. Need cats to keep the rodents at bay. So there's everything is constantly in flux. So you need cats to keep the rats away, but then once the rats are gone, then the birds become the prey, and then the birds go away, and then suddenly, it gets tough. There is no stability in the world. Chirpy says every beast needs food. Works for food. Yep. Sean, moral of the story, don't get goats for a girlfriend. You want her to be focused on you. Oh, this is funny. So, Laura, I have 2 miniature goats, Conway and Loretta. I guess I know what sort of music you like. Awesome. They're fun pets. Definitely need an enclosure, though. Oh, sorry. What's the what? Where was it? I just saw. Let's see. My girlfriend wanted goats. We got goats. Girlfriend moved to London. I moved into the barn with the goats. So, hey, that triggers a new train of thought. What time? Okay. So, 2 weeks ago, I did a presentation for the San Antonio Botanical Gardens, and it was about the plants used for food, medicine, and tools by the Native Americans in the hill country, Texas hill country. And one of the things in the medicinal plants part is there were a number of plants for injuries, wounds, burns, cuts, antibiotics, fever reducer type things. Well, actually not that much in fever, because when it came down to it, there weren't a lot of viruses, infectious human viruses in the North and South America before the Western people came over. And the working theory is here in North and Central and South America, there were very few domesticated animals, and those few domesticated animals they had did not live in the same building as the humans. They were still kept outside. They weren't, just living amongst them. Whereas in, Europe and Russia and Asia and Africa, a lot of different animals were domesticated, and often the humans lived right in the same building with them. And so it increased the chance of different viruses being mixed and spread. And so, long story short, the Western world and Asia and Africa were teeming with all sorts of viral infectious diseases because of this, the soup of animals and humans and everything coming together. Whereas in North America, they were very virus-free, which is part of the problem then when the Westerns came to the North and South America and Central America with these viruses. They just ran rampant through the civilizations here. So, long story short, don't live with your goats if you can. Oh, Dad's here. Dad's here. Where's Dad? Hey, Dad. Good morning. Is Mom there with you? Good morning, Mom. Love you. I'm going to try and call sometime. So, yeah. You got any hunting going on this weekend, Dad? Let me know. Oops. Ooh. Don't worry. It's not 8 o'clock. I set the alarm for 7:50, so we get in the group take. Chad, a neighbor owned a local Mexican restaurant and had a goat at home. I didn't know they had sold the restaurant and called them to let them know the goat was out tied to a tree. New owner was not amused. Oops. On the edge of our neighborhood, we got a goat farm, and every so often we'll have goats walking through the neighborhood. Okay, so where can I find your talk about the San Antonio Botanical Gardens? I'm in the Hill Country and would love to listen. Check out the San Antonio Botanical Gardens website. I know they charged for attending. It was a Zoom-based thing, but check it out and see, reach out to them and find out if they are going to publish it or somehow make it available somehow. And I got to follow up with them because they were supposed to send me the payment for it was a membership into the San Antonio Botanical Gardens. It hasn't arrived yet. Oh, okay. Duck hunting starts tomorrow. That's one of the huntings that I just never really cared for, Dad. But hey, I know you like it. All right, but it is 7:50. It is time for the group take. Dun, dun, dun. So starting with the liver pill, clean, support, detoxify, protect. I'm getting low. Well, no, I'm not. Okay. And taking my daily 4. Whoop, almost dropped them. The brain pill. Dun, dun, dun. Memory, focus, mental clarity, attention. And that's a 3 capsule dose there. Oh. And of course, the really important one right now, the immune pill. Support, maintain, prepare, fight. If you don't have your immune pill, you're at risk now. I was going to say some crazy, over-exaggerated thing, and then decided that just wouldn't be scientific. Superpowers activate. My liver, brain, and immune system are now rocking. Okay, Jennifer, interesting thing. So I'm assuming by buck you're talking about a goat, and we'll just keep that mental picture in our head. So yeah, the libido pill will also work with goats and horses. The compounds are actually used historically to treat them too. Hi, Kathleen. Ooh, okay, So Deanna says, hey tribe, good morning. Check out the Facebook post by Armand Bayou Nature Center volunteer Ruth Nasarilla called Observing the Autumn Moon. Pretty interesting information for this weekend. International Observe the Moon Night. Cool. Well, we gotta observe the moon. Is it gonna be a full moon? Yeah, isn't it like some harvest moon or something like that? Cool. Need to check it out. That's one of the things when I'm out in Austin, where I go, Spoke Hollow, I camp out there, and it's a lot darker sky than here in Houston. They're on the edge of they're like 10 miles out of Austin. So out to the east of Spoke Hollow there is light, but to the west it's dark. And so I can, play around with astrophotography again. Dearest Mark and Mrs. Weather, please set up a webinar for Dad Weather so we can all hear about his duck hunting successes and hear more of his stories, please. Hey, Dad, you got fans. We might have to have you back on. Yeah, you told the grouse story. Yeah. And good point, Sherry. This brings thoughts of Noah's Ark. I never considered the virus issues of all those creatures. I suspected that God was kind of protecting everything and had that all shut down. But who knows? Oh, good to hear, Sean. I really enjoy and I've really been enjoying the brain pill. Thanks for that. My pleasure. What time is it? Okay, 7:55. I'm scrolling through the comments. And Tina, I can't imagine school life without the brain pill. I gotta say, I'm very proud of it. Yep. In fact, a lot of the botanical gardens, April writes, I think my membership at the Lady Bird Johnson Wildflower Center gets me into a bunch of botanical gardens around the country. Yeah, that's often the case. If you have a membership to like a museum or the San Antonio Botanical Gardens, one of the things they mentioned is that it gives me entrance into hundreds of other botanical gardens around the nation. So that's why I want to make sure I get it, because I need another little card to have in my wallet. Oh, rabbits. Okay. Yeah. If you could get the rabbit to take the capsule, yeah, I suppose you could sprinkle it on there. There's nothing in there. Well, yeah, there's nothing in there that should be harmful to rabbits. See what happens. Oh, okay. Thank you, Tina. And hey, tribe, please spread the love to the Foraging Texas sponsors. You may maybe help share their links on your page and tell your friends. So yeah, don't forget the Wazoo Survival, Uncommon Bees, Herbs, Campcraft Outdoors, Arbor True, and Fear and Dread. And of course, Medicine Man Plant Company. They all are the ones that pay for me to have the account and the internet and to do all this streaming stuff and everything. I don't normally bring them up in the morning. I usually do it in the Merriweather's World show, but I think I need to make some changes because, in fairness to everyone. Oh, cool. Yes, my Fort Worth membership got me into the Minnesota Arboretum. Oh, is that the, what is it? Kind of on the outside Minneapolis? It's like 45 minutes from my folks' house, if it's the same one I'm thinking of. Yeah, the Wazoo people are just awesome. I love them. So Melanie is right, and I'm a fan of Wazoo ever since we met them at survival class. They really are good people. They're scientists. Okay, is there a sale coming up for the pills? I need to restock. Not that I know of. One thing that will be happening in about the next 3 weeks, because Amazon moves very slowly, is we will be able to do the subscribe and save feature. So we've been accepted into the brand registry. Excuse me. We've been accepted into the brand registry that opens up more actions for us, but we still need to actually have been selling for 3 months or 4 months, I can't remember which, before those extra powers will be activated. But one of them is the subscribe and save, and so you can just get the monthly delivery, and it will save you I don't think like 5% or $5 or something. But it's worth doing. Definitely worth doing. Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. It is 8 o'clock. I'm into it. Well, you know what? I'm going to sit here and drink a little more coffee. Oh, love coffee. So I was dragging this morning. And so this morning coffee, it's regular coffee. And then also a big heaping spoonful of the herbs, the Mark's Battle Mage tea. And then also a big old spoonful of the Uncommon Bees Buzz honey with the taurine and the caffeine and so forth. So in a few minutes, I should be able to start hearing colors, I think. All right, people. Have a great day. Have a fantastic weekend. The weather looks like it's going to be absolutely awesome. Hopefully, those of you outside of Texas also have great weather, but here we are going to be great. I am going to be celebrating this weekend. in a nice Catholic boy celebratory way, the arrival of mini weather into adulthood, and life is good. Oh, Nicole, can someone link his tea again? Let me get that information to you sometime today, okay? All right, everyone. Have an absolutely wonderful day. Ignore the chaos. Enjoy the love. Enjoy, everything that's around us. Ooh, plans. But see you Monday. All right. Take care.